Employees at a Maryland Cracker Barrel refused to serve around a dozen special needs students in Charles County.
The students' parents say their kids were refused service and discriminated against.
These are elementary school students, many with autism, disabilities, certainly not the kind of field trip experience they imagined when they came here earlier this month.
Because it allows him to be able to explore without all of the white noise and all of his senses being overloaded.
It's sad. I know me and her mother cried talking about this together. I mean, it's been very heartbreaking, to say the very least.
Cracker Barrel told DC News Now it hopes for another opportunity to serve the affected students and staff.
As I am, but these kids' voices need to be bigger than that anger. And if I decide to take my anger where I want to, I don't get anything done.
And it's not an apology. It's eye candy. It's gaslighting. Own up to what it is, and that's an apology.
I took about 3 hours to calm down from just rage. Like, how can someone do this to children, yet alone children with disability?
Cracker Barrel says that they have zero tolerance for discrimination. Again, they have launched that internal investigation, and moving forward, they tell me, employees here will be getting extra training.
On December 3, 2024, the special needs students from Dr. James Craik Elementary School were buzzing with excitement. The Achieve and Soar programs were designed to help these students develop essential life skills, and this field trip to Cracker Barrel was a golden opportunity for them to practice these skills in a real-world setting. The anticipation of trying new foods, interacting with restaurant staff, and enjoying a meal outside of school was palpable. The teachers and staff members accompanying them were equally enthusiastic, knowing how much this experience meant to the students. The disappointment. When the group arrived at Cracker Barrel, their excitement quickly turned to confusion and disappointment. The staff informed them that there wasn't enough room to accommodate them inside. The students, who had been looking forward to this outing, were crestfallen. They had to wait for an hour to get their food to go, which they ate on the school bus and back at school. The experience left a sour taste in their mouths, and the teachers and staff felt heartbroken for their students. The outcry. When the parents of the students heard about what had happened, they were outraged. They felt that their children had been treated unfairly and denied a basic right. Dustin Reed, a dedicated father whose 7-year-old daughter Madeline was among the students, decided to take action. Dustin was a passionate advocate for inclusivity and respect for all individuals, especially those with disabilities. He believed that every person deserved to be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their abilities. Organizing the protest. Dustin quickly took to social media to organize a protest. He created a Facebook event and reached out to the community, sharing his daughter's story and calling for support. The response was overwhelming. More than 200 people pledged to join the protest, and messages of support poured in from across the country and even from abroad. Dustin was moved by the solidarity shown by strangers who shared his belief in equality and fairness. The day of the protest. On December 15, 2024, a large crowd gathered outside the Cracker Barrel restaurant in Waldorf, Maryland. The protesters held signs with slogans like "Equality for All," "Respect Every Child," and "Inclusion Matters." Among the protesters was Elise Horn, a devoted mother of a 9-year-old nonverbal autistic son. Elise was a tireless advocate for her son and other children with disabilities. Although her son hadn't been on the field trip, she felt compelled to stand in solidarity with the families who had been affected. A community united. The protest was a powerful display of unity and determination. People from all walks of life came together to demand justice and respect for the students. The protesters shared their own stories of discrimination and unfair treatment, highlighting the broader issue of how individuals with disabilities are often marginalized in society. Cracker Barrel's response. In response to the protest, Cracker Barrel's management conducted an investigation into the incident. They determined that the situation had been mishandled due to staffing issues and poor communication. As a result, 3 employees were fired, and the company issued a public apology, stating their commitment to creating a welcoming environment for all guests. They acknowledged that what had happened was unacceptable and promised to take steps to ensure it wouldn't happen again. The impact. The protest had a lasting impact on the community. It sparked important conversations about equality, fairness, and inclusivity. Parents, teachers, and advocates continued to push for better treatment of all children, ensuring that no other child would have to endure what the students from Dr. James Craik Elementary School had experienced. The social lives of the individuals involved. Dustin was known in the community as a dedicated father and passionate advocate for inclusivity. He often volunteered at his daughter's school and was actively involved in local support groups for parents of children with disabilities. His commitment to justice and equality inspired many others to join the cause. Madeline was a bright and curious 7-year-old who loved animals and art. Despite her challenges, she was always eager to learn and participate in activities. Her father's advocacy efforts made her feel loved and valued, and she enjoyed spending time with her friends and family. Elise Horn. Elise was a loving mother who devoted her life to caring for her non-verbal autistic son. She was a fierce advocate for her child, always fighting for his rights and ensuring he received the support he needed. Elise was also active in local autism support groups, where she provided guidance and encouragement to other parents. A turning point for the community. The events of December 3rd and the subsequent protest became a turning point for the community. It was a moment that would inspire ongoing efforts for inclusivity and respect. The protest highlighted the everyday challenges faced by individuals with disabilities and their families, bringing attention to the need for change. Continued advocacy. For Dustin Reed, Elise Horn, and all the other families involved, the fight for justice and equality continued. They remained committed to advocating for a world where everyone is treated with the respect and dignity they deserve. Their efforts served as a reminder that when people come together to stand up for what's right, they can create meaningful change. The story of the Waldorf Cracker Barrel protest was more than just an event. It was a powerful statement about the importance of treating everyone with respect, especially those with disabilities. The impact of the protest remained long after the signs were put away and the chants faded. It was a step toward a better, more inclusive future, where every individual is valued and respected for who they are.